In the quiet suburbs of Kansas City, Missouri, during the early 1960s, people slept with their doors unlocked. Neighbors waved from porches. Children played until sunset. And no one imagined that behind one ordinary smile lived one of the most elusive killers in American history. Her name was Sharon Elizabeth Kinne. For decades, her story stayed unfinished. Murders without punishment. A fugitive who vanished. A woman the world slowly forgot. Until 2021. This is not just a crime story. It's a story about patience. About truth that refuses to die. And about how the past always leaves a trail. This is the Sharon Kinne case. Sharon Kinne was born in 1939. She was blonde, soft-spoken, and charming in a way that made people trust her instantly. She married young. Her husband, James Kinne, worked as an engineer. They lived what looked like the American dream. But behind closed doors, the marriage was collapsing. Money problems, infidelity, arguments that never fully ended. In early 1960, James filed for divorce. And Sharon did not take it well. Friends noticed something change. She became quieter, more controlled, like someone planning rather than reacting. On March 19, 1960, James Kinne was found dead in his home. He had been shot once. Sharon told police it was an accident. She claimed James had been showing her how to clean his gun. She said it fired by mistake. At first, the story seemed possible. No weaknesses, no clear motive. But investigators felt something was off. The angle of the bullet, the lack of panic in Sharon's behavior, the way she rehearsed her story. Still, there wasn't enough proof. Sharon Kinne walked free. Only months later, another woman entered the story. Her name was Patricia Jones. She was involved with James Kinne before his death. Patricia planned to testify. She knew things. She had details Sharon didn't want revealed. On September 16, 1960, Patricia was found dead. She had been shot. Once again, Sharon was nearby. Witnesses reported seeing Sharon's car. A neighbor recalled a woman matching Sharon's description. This time, the evidence was stronger. Sharon Kinne was arrested. In 1961, Sharon went on trial for the murder of Patricia Jones. She appeared calm, well-dressed, always polite. The prosecution painted her as jealous and calculating. The defense painted her as misunderstood. The jury convicted her. She was sentenced to life in prison. But the story did not end there. In 1970, Sharon was granted a temporary release for medical reasons. She walked out of prison and never came back. No forced doors, no alarms, no straggled. She simply disappeared. For years, there were sightings. Mexico, Europe, South America, but nothing confirmed. Sharon Kinne became a ghost. Time passed. Witnesses died. Investigators retired. Files gathered dust. Sharon's victims were remembered, but her fate remained a mystery. Many believed she died under another name. Others believed she lived a full life, untouched, until new eyes reopened the case. In the late 2010s, cold case researchers revisited Sharon Kinne. They followed paper trails, immigration records, marriage documents, and one name stood out. A woman in Mexico. A different identity, but the same birth date. The truth slowly came together. Sharon Kinne had lived under an alias. She had remarried. She had died in 2019. In 2021, investigators confirmed it. The fugitive was finally identified. Sharon Kinne died free. No prison cell, no final trial, no public confession. But history remembers. 2 men lost their lives. A system failed to notice the pattern soon enough. And a woman had used charm, timing, and trust as weapons. This wasn't a question of who did it. It was a question of how long someone could run. For Sharon Kinne, the answer was nearly a lifetime. Some crimes don't end with a sentence. They end with silence. If you believe stories like this deserve to be told carefully, without drama, without excuses, subscribe to Truth Trove Stories. Because some truths don't disappear. They wait.